Hi everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to have a mini Astro update. If you've not seen the Astro Weekly, I suggest you see that because I also talk about Cancer season, and obviously we're in Cancer season until about the 20th of July. So those themes are going to be very important over the course of a month, and it's good for you to get the heads up. As you know, we've had major movement this week as well, and we've had solar flares of the our world ascending and changing. So it's really good to tap into that weekly, get the themes in. It's valid up until the 28th, 29th, I'd even say the 30th, because I mentioned the movement on the 30th, but there will be another Astro Weekly. And let me know if you're enjoying the weeklies as well. The full Astro Weekly is on YouTube, Soul with Zain, in case you're seeing this on another platform. So today, Friday, the moon actually moves through Virgo during the early hours, and I mentioned in the weekly astrology, it's a perfect day to work on tasks that maybe need to get completed, even if they're boring. You know, those tasks around maybe you've done all the washing of clothes during the week, but there's a massive pile of clothes that you need to fold and put them in the cupboard. Who relates to that? Maybe today is a good day to do that. During the evening, so as you see this maybe, or even if you're going into Saturday and you're seeing this on Saturday, whenever you're seeing this, I'm going to discuss several elements. Now I'm going to discuss like our North Node movement, that's going to be up until 2024, so don't switch off thinking I'm only discussing about Friday. I'm also discussing about Mars trine with Chiron energies at the moment. In a moment I will discuss that. But so when in the evening the moon opposes Saturn, and which could mean that you go through a bit of self-doubt. You suddenly feel your mood change, shifts a bit from when it was in the morning. Push away any self-defeating thoughts if they happen to surface up for you. Now, yesterday, going into today as well, and you'll probably feel it for another day, Mars was trine Chiron in Aries, Mars in Leo, trining Chiron in Aries, which meant that if you've been holding yourself back, I discussed this in the weekly astrology as a theme actually throughout towards possibly the coming to the end of the week, and about drama as well. What did I title that video? I think it was called Shape-Shifting or Avoiding Drama Llamas, something to do with that, because there's two polarized energies. And I think I put a mini short on that as well. So with Mars trine Chiron, it might have given you the umph to really discuss about something or speak to someone where you've been holding yourself back, especially around something where you feel a bit wounded or vulnerable. It's maybe made you feel ready to do so, and either you have taken that step yesterday, Thursday, Friday, or you're feeling like you're ready to do that. If you are, go for it because it's supported. Now, what I mean by that is also be careful of your delivery. It doesn't mean you go lashing out, but if you're feeling like you've been wanting to express it, it's a good time in terms of energy. If you don't feel ready, you don't have to, but there's a wounded part of us, a vulnerability that wants to be expressed. And if you're feeling ready to express it to whoever, go ahead and do it. Now, today and moving into Saturday as well, we've got the Cancer and the Sun in Cancer, the South Node in Scorpio, which is slowly shifting into, is going to be in Libra and Aries instead of Scorpio and Taurus. The North Node in Taurus, South Node in Scorpio. South Node will go into Aries and the North Node will go into Libra in July. I think it's the 17th of July. So it's starting to shift slowly, and not out of it yet, not out of Scorpio, but it will as it leads into Libra. So Libra and Aries. So Cancer, the Sun in Cancer and the South Node in Scorpio and Saturn retrograde is really a magical day. You might have felt a bit of an energy shift, you might not. You might have felt a bit of fatigue during the beginning of the week, although it was active. There were solar flares, so really it was about rest if you needed to. Now, before we moved into Scorpio and Taurus, North Node and South Node, we had it in Gemini and Sag. And that was really about breaking down the paradigms around religion and spirituality. So there was a breakdown of, you know, the religions that were very known and set as these are the leading religions to follow. There was breakdown in terms of dogma around religions and spirituality, because Sag is prophecy and Sag is very spiritual and it's philosophical. That did not come out right, but yeah. So it loves philosophy. So it was breaking that down, and obviously Gemini is around the communication of that. Now, when we moved into Scorpio and Taurus, that's kind of a death and a rebirth. Taurus being grounded around our resources, what we need. You know, a lot of people during that time were saying, you know, plant your own vegetables and fruits because, you know, and probably people are still saying it. I question that. I think yes, but at the same time, you know, there's people who are already doing that. If you're in the corporate world and you also need to plant your stuff, yes, but there's also farmers that actually do that on a daily basis, and that's their bread and butter. So again, going back to the thing I discussed about AI, really as humans we need to slow things down and not be silly with our testing. Where something goes out of hand, use it to our advantage, but not to replace us in multiple ways. There's a control element that we can do, but that needs to be from also the higher ups and the leaders. But us, we can also refuse to buy certain stuff. We can refuse to, you know, some people are already having AIs doing their posting or mimicking them in videos, and it looks so polished and beautiful, it looks amazing, but where's that human essence? And that's why my videos are very simple, and I won't necessarily stop, rewind if I've made, you know, like the word philosophy a minute ago, because there's something about being human. It doesn't take from you. So just going back to it, Scorpio and Taurus, and Scorpio also was really about where are you, you know, it's about the underspoken topics like sex. Where are you splurging your sex energy? Are you might have started questioning who you're actually engaging with in that way. Slowing down, maybe if you're very active in that area, slowing down on where you're spreading yourself, the energies you're interacting with, questioning that. It's death and rebirth. There's a whole rebirth around that. As we move into Aries and Libra, it's going to be a real big focus on relationships. Now, a prediction here that I have is that a lot of us have been very single for a long time, and it's not necessarily been about, you know, being the boss, BITCH, or, you know, trying to get a stand in terms of leading where we are, but it's, or, you know, being independent. I miss independent. It's not about that. It's about trying to live where we need to get in life, or maybe what we need to sustain or build a life we want. And sometimes we don't find the partner, whether you're masculine or feminine, to join you. Sometimes what I've seen mostly is people are not looking for that anymore. They're looking for no strings attached. With the Libra energy and the Aries energy, I think that's going to change. There's going to be soulmate energy. Relationships that will probably come up where you can still be the authentic you and go after what you want. More alignment in people and relationships coming together. It will also mean that if you've been in a relationship and you've not listened or honored yourself, okay, it could mean that you actually start to pay attention to yourself, trusting yourself, and you break away from that relationship where you've realized you've sold yourself a little bit too much and there's no giving back, or you're not aligned, okay? But I do feel relationships are going to be very big. So like a Six of Cups, soulmate energy, Six of Pentacles, the 3 and the 3, the balance, the give and take, you know, sort of intentional relationships. And there's going to be a lot around paying attention to being your worth, being centered, trusting yourself. Hopefully the energies will support that with the North Node and the South Node. So I really wanted to just give you that whole big update on the energies we're moving into, and also to remind you to check out the weekly astrology that is up and waiting for you to check it on YouTube. So having said that, I will be in an hour or so, I'm gonna do a test reading, a bit different on a topic as opposed to star signs, a topic that's in the news at the moment. So look out for that live premiere, and let's see how that goes. And if you like it, then let me know in the comments. Your sign readings are coming up, and I've noticed some of the signs, definitely a few more of the signs are getting bonus readings coming up as well. There's going to be a reading on angel messages and guidance for the next couple of days, whether it's like the weekend going into the beginning of the week, whatever it is, do check that out. There's an all sign reading with timestamps for you. That is still very significant. I've just been remembered of it, not just to get you to watch it, but the messages in that are still very significant for your sign. So check that out. I think it was done about a week ago now. It's time stamped, very short. I think it's 5 minutes per sign. It's a lovely refresher to get messages that you really need to hear right now. 12:12 on the clock. I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you in our next video in a couple of hours. See you later. Bye for now.